not anywhere, alright? Cool. Welcome to the city of death, where we don't live long, and the children are grown by the time they're 15 years old. And the summers are cold, and the winters are hot, and sunshine don't last that long. Welcome to the life of a child in the ghetto, of a child in the ghetto. Imagine 4 shots from the pistol of a young gangster being powered by poverty and anger. Aim in the chamber aimlessly in the open area where children run and play with no regard to danger. After all, they were just hanging as the cold steel penetrated the youthful bodies of 3 black boys playing ball on the court to 21. Imagine a week later the 15-year-old shooter shooting himself in the head. Neighbor taking to her garbage and found him dead in the alleyway where his blood stain still lays beside the dumpster. I guess he felt life was best unlived. I saw the reaper keeping close watch, watching the time on his watch for the time to take the soul of a son of a single mother. I saw all their mothers crying, screaming, jumping over the church pews while the pastor preached from the pulpit. Friends and cousins wearing t-shirts that read gone but not forgotten, knowing they'll forget them as soon as time is gone by. Only people that hurt is these mothers crying and dying for a chance to see their children alive one last time. Is it ironic that death stay close to young lives like pimps to hoes, crack fiends to dope, slave masters to rope, ready to choke the life out of black beauty? These streets keep swallowing bastard seeds like sluts do semen. These streets keep calling and sons turn ghetto soldiers keep falling into the traps of trap houses, trapping their adolescents with promises of respect and imaginary stripes of honor and a little bit of money to keep their mothers home with children from going hungry. Hell, it's a win-win to them, those who knows what it means to be poor, peruse to the raggedy Converse shoes of those kids and tell me what you would do if their lights and water were off and you were hungry and stinking. What would you do? One of my students came to school last week and slept the entire day. I said, why you will come to class and sleep your whole life away? He said it's more peaceful in a classroom full of kids cursing than it is at home. And I just stood there with no response to his pain. He woke up and said, Mr. James, what would you do? Imagine a young girl pregnant with a 3rd child in the 10th grade. She said her daddy was the father of all 3, but he didn't want to claim him or feed him. These words flowed out her lips easy as if it was a normal situation to be the baby mama of a rapist. But she keep coming to school every Monday. Ain't that something? That life can be so full of chaos, but still you find the courage to live on. It's amazing how God can give birth to hope and faith, born from the womb of obstacles thought not to be overcome. Like slaves singing songs to the moonlight at night. Follow the drinking God. Negro spirituals telling us to hold on. We can make it if we move by faith, but not by faith alone. These children at the bottom of the barrel are our mission at hand. Grab their hands instead of saying we can't save them all, we can't save them all, we can't save them all. So many times until we convince our own selves that we can't save them all. If we can't, then who will? Nobody. Because we are on the front line. The expected heroes of their adolescence, and they're waiting for us to save them. This picture is painted for viewing, so viewing on this canvas created by young restless children dying daily for the opportunity to live, with potential to be more than prisoners, drug dealers, crackheads, or dead. I can't imagine giving up on these beautiful young people burning with brilliance because so many of them have already given up on themselves. And sitting back watching them die off slowly is no different from being a murderer. So ask yourself, are you a part of the solution or the continuance to this 21st century genocide? Welcome to the city of death, where we don't live long and the children are grown by the time they're 15 years old. And the summers are cold and the winters are hot and sunshine don't last that long. Welcome to the life of a child in the ghetto. Thank y'all.
So you might not get it. You don't know what tomorrow holds now. Suppose you do. Picture tomorrow dope novel holding you. She was a treasure in the ghetto, a stranger inside, reared by your older brothers, where danger resides, cantankerous high, trifling old mind, and eventually shine. Nurtured by nature and crime, yellow taste of their line between love and hate, hood traits delegating her mind. Food for thought, gathered, prepared entrees that fed the poor minds from the confines in which one stayed. A prophetess, poetic, words in the street. Her pen and pad precedes her. You heard she was deep with the attitude of Badu, quick to let cats know she was hot as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
All right.
grew blurry and damaged, severely mismanaged, finding herself sandwiched between man and his mammon. Her cabin pressure examined, words can only describe how she lost her poetic passion, a will to survive. You got a gift, girl.
Yeah.
You have to do something with it, for tomorrow can't be borrowed, so you might not get it. You don't know what tomorrow holds now. Suppose you do. Pitch tomorrow, my number holding you. God said enough for the wait. Here's a brief update. With all powers, watch the twin towers fluctuate. Hug, embrace your mamas. Tomorrow's not promised. Death is strongly among us. And life outruns us, I outright wonder. If y'all land cruisers or forerunners. Big mouth bass, swift as fast piranhas. She'd rather be a statistic than a current event. A mediocre mogul, no magnificence, significance. Start thinking stocks and bonds and cops and guns. Unexpected plots can come. Look at Tupac and Pun, Biggie and L. No sense in kidding yourself. We live in this hell. Question yourself. What's my intention on earth? I'm created from dirt. Is that's all that I'm worth? You got a gift from God. Don't let it drip from your heart. Cause critiquing you hard. They living for stars. You got a gift, people. Please do something with it, for tomorrow can't be borrowed, so you might not get it. You don't know what tomorrow holds now. Suppose you do. Picture tomorrow, people now holding you.
If I'm not mistaken, last night it rained and satiated my already overcapacitated thoughts and subdued my profusely bleeding heart that was punctured by the tears that fell from my eyes. The emotions from my tears seemed to empathize for the rain that cascaded down the sash and beamed down the glass of my window. As I reminisced, life rewind and put me in the same place of me hearing why I was never able to get intimate with that which surrounded me, because I just didn't get in and intermingle myself with a guy that wasn't hidden on my face, wasn't that fine, so my features couldn't fit in, trying to upload the better half of me, but it just wasn't for me. God declined, this time with rewind, I remember my husband telling me his vow and how I complimented him like orange compliments blue. And scientifically how enzymes do, but wasn't so complimentary when he found himself intimate with another woman, disregarding our family and injected what could have been his seed from me into something more appealing apparently. Last night it rained, and it poured, as I couldn't remember why I decided to abort my child. Back then I couldn't care, but I'm better now. Since the man that loved me didn't want me, he put 300 down and said, we, can be happy now. And I had to perform, and when I couldn't get the business, I got addicted to porn, and my mind flashed back so that I could see the storm being flashed back. I heard voices screaming, stop, no, please. And after that rape that day, my child was conceived. Last night it rained, and I had to sit outside, because my mother said leave, and I didn't know why. Reaching every which way, wondering where my next meal would come from. Hit rock bottom, didn't know where I was going next. Tired, didn't know where to sleep, so I resorted to sex. At least I have a place to rest. Hearing trickles of water, realized it rained all the while. I can barely take care of myself. How to do with a child? Last night it rained. Why did my parents have to die? Dried my tears and saw life in the peripheral of my eye. Rain dried up and the sky turned blue. God, our feelings mutual. Did you cry too? And when I disregarded the past, my future was filled with peace. But I wasn't ready to let go. In whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sin. Looked in the rear view and it rained again.
Come on now!
It's me again. The title of this poem is called Golden Dreams. Golden dreams, but where's the silver lining? God's hands wrapped around our souls. He's aligning. Satan whispering constant consonants of a consequential consequence through sinful covenants, but he is lying. I mean, we are dying to live, dying to succeed, dying to rebuild, dying to believe, and we grieve heavy-hearted for the dearly departed, pointing fingers, trying to pinpoint where it started. Oh, point the finger at the mother, she must have done something wrong, boy. Point the finger at the father, he's never there, he's always gone. Point the finger at the teacher who can't control her classes. Point the finger at the cops always trying to harass us, or better yet, I bet, point the finger at the government always trying to control the masses. But I wonder if God asked us to reflect on Damascus, when we realize there's no point in freedom if we choose to be slaves to our masters. Because subsequently, you can't pray for stability if you reluctantly take responsibility for the pain and hostility going on in your own community.
That's right.
Are you not your brother's keeper?
Yes.
Why would you disrespect your father and your mother? Why would you sit there and let your sister suffer? You see she's beaten, battered, and bruised. Why not pick her up and tell her that you love her? Why point the blame at another name when you sustain the same pain by playing the same game?
That's right.
Why not choose to
stand up for a cause instead of trying to please the world just to hear his praises and applause.
Yeah.
See, progression is fighting against the odds to bring about change, but our future remains dormant if our minds stay the same.
That's right.
God's hands wrapped around your soul, but there's still lies being told by Satan as he's whispering.
Yeah.
Are you listening? Thank you.
My mind.
Woke this morning, poetry on my mind.
Words from my soul on these notebook lines.
Words from my soul on these notebook lines.
No money for food and no money for gas.
No money for food and no money for gas.
All I got is my bullet pen and my pad.
All I got is my bullet pen and my pad.
Woke up this morning, poetry on my mind.
Woke up this morning, poetry on my mind.
Words from my soul on these notebook lines.
Words from my soul on these notebook lines.
No money for food and no money for gas.
No money for food and no money for gas.
All I got is my pen and my pad.
All I got is my pen and my pad.
Now everybody else is on mute because this table has been slain in that one time. So, with that being said, we're gonna get these beautiful people to sing together. Y'all famous too, right? So I know y'all like Jackson. Woke up this morning, poetry on my mind. I see why y'all didn't sing. Okay, back to this. I'm joking. No, I'm sorry. Don't beat me up afterwards. Y'all can pop up. I'm joking. Yeah, let me sit down. You better stop playing.
Right.
I'm good. Yeah, you know, people who are leaving, you know, please just stick around for a little while. Make sure you get the book. Don't leave yet. So what I'm about to do, I'm about to bring these two young people up. This piece that we're about to share with you, it paints the entire picture of what the book is about. And the book is called The Odds Against Us, Urban Statistics. And the piece that we're about to perform is called The Odds Against Us. I was inspired to write this entire book because I used to work in an alternative school, but I also used to be in the alternative school, and I also used to be in the ghetto. I also came from poverty. I was a father at 16. Both of my brothers are in prison right now for 25 and 40 years. And all those things impacted my life, and it made me passionate about reaching young people and being some kind of preventative measure from getting them going places like that. So
how y'all doing?
All right.
You on mute. On the count of 3, we're gonna mute. True. 1, 2, 3. Mute. And we had a show last night, and he just talked extremely too much. I had to mute him last night.
Did it work?
Oh, I guess it didn't work. Oh, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Mute.
Why can I still talk?
What's wrong with y'all remote controls? But the book is powerful, man. I promise you. All right, she's ready. You ready? Alright, so I want y'all to give it up right now. Okay, you can bring it up that I do it. I'm very impromptu. I'm a multitasking. How y'all doing? Hey, next Saturday, I'm a member of a national poetry group called Foreign Tongues, and we travel all over the nation, and we are number 8 in the nation against all the other poetry competitive teams, and we need y'all to come out and support us next Saturday at Mosaic Temple's Cultural Center, and it's going to be a poetry series that we do quarterly, and we always have 400 plus people attend that. And we already have 440 seats reserved. And today I have some free tickets for this free show for some of those people who want to support, who want to come out and attend that. It's going to be some great poets. We have some of the best poets, the best and the most established poets in Arkansas, a part of our organization. True poet, Drika Wright, my future wife over there. And give it up for Drika Wright. and this is no true. He's nobody, but he's somebody. You know, he's a great guy. But so we're gonna do this piece. It's called "The Odds Against Us." If y'all will like it, it's gonna be a very powerful piece. We're gonna do the odds against us. They won't allow it in this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah, give me one space. Yeah, you go.
Hey, and afterwards, at 7 p.m., we're going to support, if y'all can, come out and support my beautiful lady. She's in a fashion show at the Ramada Inn on, what street is that? We don't know. Yeah, that drive right there. It starts at 7 p.m., so make come support, that she, represents for the models. She's going to be doing that thing, so make sure y'all support that. They wonder why we misbehave. Drop out of school and live this way. But this ain't the life we wanted. This sure ain't the road we chose. This world is cold. Even in the summertime. We walk this way, and talk this way, and live this way. Because this is what we see every day. In the ghetto. We
in the ghetto, surrounded by pimps, prostitutes, and politicians.
Crackheads, crips, crooks, cops, and hypocristians.
Gangsters, thieves, drug dealers, and killers, where rich folks never visit. And to be honest, I'm scared sometimes too.
Between 12th Street and Pike Avenue, it's worse than Afghanistan. Mama signed the lease and she put us in the army.
We on the front line, fighting for our lives daily, in a jungle with lions, tigers, vultures, and bears.
You better protect your young, because they're out on the prowl for their youthful dreams.
It's what the pigeons chirp from the top of our project building when we pulled up in our U-Haul.
On the 26th of December, we came home and all our Christmas gifts were missing. The only thing they left us was a front door wide open for the flies to visit.
With my own 2 eyes, I seen 2 robbers take a young lady's innocence and she didn't even scream. She just lied there, as if she was used to it. We in the ghetto.
Where they say we disorderly.
A Lamborghini with no brakes. Translation, we live life fast and often crash and suffer the repercussions.
Stay out past midnight and appreciate the street lights, because back at home, the lights are off again. So we stay nickel bags until we hustle enough dollars to get them back on.
Mama, she's strong. Lit candles so we can see. Boiled water on the stove so we can take our bath warm. Too tired to boil her own, so she took hers cold. And she went to the washateer to iron our clothes.
We in the ghetto, but we want that music that you get high to. Intellectual was called unconscious music, but this be our ghetto gospel because we can relate to.
$1,000 calls, $3,000 wheels, making us feel like we ghetto superstars.
Us black folks work hard and often acquire nothing. Income tax season we anticipate so we can purchase what we usually can't afford.
We in the ghetto.
Well, only 20% of us are supposed to make it. So RIP to the 80% who won't, and they won't, because don't nobody tell them they can, and they will, so they accept what they've been told.
Failure is a top seller in the ghetto, and it's been sold. We cherish it on the shelves of our homes like gift baskets we like too much to bother with. We in the ghetto.
Well, little girls lie on backs, open legs, give head in bathrooms.
All right.
Walk to class.
Where young daughters search for their daddies and older men who trick out their minds with lies and forever, and they mimic their mother's behaviors and get called fast.
When young boys sag their britches and told 9mm slugs, and because they've been raised by and around thugs, and they get labeled as knuckleheads.
We in the ghetto. Where we all support black, oppressed, deprived, sometimes hungry, underprivileged fatherless children with potential. We're just confined by the ghetto. You wonder why these children are so bad. Well, open your eyes and look where they at. We in the ghetto.
And where's it today?
We don't want y'all to get tired of hearing that, so we're going to keep it going on Christian and explain all those horrific things. So please get into that. So this next piece we're going to do, once again, it's called Fathers. You ready? Sure. Okay. 5. Okay. Yes, sir.
Tickets, are you gonna hand those out? She got a portrait club at the high school.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand them out. We got 2 more people to do this one more, then
She has to go.
how many she need? What do you need?
7.
Yeah, 7. You got it right there. Yep. How y'all doing? Hey, I'm gonna give it up for myself. I've been handling this impromptu stuff really well, haven't I? I do this well. Thank you. I do what I do when I can. All right. This is my sin.
You gonna say it?
I got this thing that I do. It's the only way I try to steal it is patty. Let's do like some trees and leaves. This may be inappropriate, but you know, as a disclaimer, let's do like a prom dress and take off.
No, we're not going.
Okay. I'm done. How y'all doing? Alright. Good. Alright. Have you seen our fathers?
Have you seen our father?
Have you seen our fathers?
The scriptures unknown, but I'm sure they look a lot like us. Black,
Beautiful.
Bronze,
brown skin,
Wide nose.
thick lips,
and brown eyes.
I hear they used to acquire the strength of giants, work jobs they didn't like just to provide for the homes they built with their bare hands.
Yes.
Stood stern on foundations of fatherhood and treated our mothers like queens.
Oh, yes.
Have you seen our fathers?
figures who have become foreign, unfamiliar to black families, living somewhere along the lines of jail cells, drug sales, habitual polygamy, or commitment issues, or lying on the couch at their mother's house like baby boy too afraid to leave the nest.
Leaving us to suffer with a lonely black mother, struggling to raise us. My father never came.
My mother said, your father wants to meet you, he's just waiting on the right time. I'm 19 now, but I still haven't met my father. I guess it never became the right time.
Fathers, come home. You've been gone for too long. We need you.
Mother doesn't say it aloud, but she needs you too. She's struggling, and the police just locked up brother for hustling, trying to fill your void.
And 2 days ago, a gang war happened, and death was forced upon 2 young girls and 4 black boys.
Sons and daughters are dying daily. And truth is, these black homes are broken without you. I don't know where you are or what you are doing, but us ghetto children are in need of our fathers. And time is ticking.
Have you seen our fathers?
Have you seen our fathers?
Well, when you see them, tell them we're looking for them.
We in the same place they left us.
Yes.
7 young black boys just got death delivered by bullets with no names on them. Just got caught living life a little too innocent, standing by dreaming youthful dreams of ghetto fabulous lifestyles. Ironically, bumping Tupac from the boombox, I wonder if heaven got a ghetto.
800,596 young girls just lost a little bit more of their innocence each time they divided their legs, placing portions of their worth into unworthy men. I mean, boys, not yet men, who unconsciously let off rounds of lust into these 15-year-old daughters expecting babies. I mean, birthdays, but soon without surprise, they'll be growing up to be baby mamas instead of wives and strong queens.
Right.
800,596 babies have become pregnant with babies of their own.
This year, over 200,000 young black kids will drop out of school, mad and lost in a world confused with issues too big for their kids-sized shoes. Many will die young, unloved, and misguided. Our children are dying.
The preacher says we should pray about
The
it.
poet says this is a revolution to be televised.
The preacher says, politician says, we can save them all.
The teacher says we can't save them all. Meanwhile, our children are dying by the number.
And we sit back and watch as their youthful lives crumble.
Like the 15-year-old girl in the club with stilettos on, dropping it low to her favorite song, quick to call her fast and sluttish, but what do you expect when she's only her mother's clone?
Or like the young boy with the 1.2 GPA, meaning he probably only goes to school for lunch and signs his name on his exam, but still he rocks the latest Nikes, Jordans, and Ralph Lauren.
His mother doesn't understand she's crippling his potential, psyching him up to believe that he can perform piss poor and still receive all the rewards.
And then she'll wonder why he's 30 years old and still lying on her couch.
Ouch! I know the truth hurts sometimes, but it sure is relevant, ain't it? Our children are dying. I often hear bullets flying with no destination but death. 5 homicides have happened in my neighborhood this month.
No explanation with logic, just chaos in the city with no theory.
Burning buildings left to burn like we don't pay our taxes.
Don't you hear the unsilent sirens going off like alarm clocks in the morning time?
Fatherless babies crying.
Broken glass shattered being tossed from project windows. Doors kicked down so fathers so robbers can grab all things about them. And in the midst of all this chaos,
Our children are dying. God bless their souls. I pray that they make it into heaven.
15-year-old Tyrone Woodard and Michael Stanley.
18-year-old Terry Bullard shot only a few days after his high school graduation.
2 50-year-old boys, Blake Cooney and... Don't want to mess these names up. Blake Cooney and Jimmy Bullock hit by a car on their way home.
15-year-old Bobby Moore shot by police.
He was the officer's 4th victim in the last 4 years.
50-year-old Sidney Rufus stabbed to death.
19-year-old Devontae told the police the devil told him to do it.
20-year-old Andre Bell gunned down in broad daylight.
He had just become a father. And another was on his way. Our children are dying.
Attending the funerals of babies, cemeteries have become their modern-day playground.
Don't you hear these mothers crying?
Don't you see our children dying right before our eyes?
It won't be long before all the youth of Black America are gone. And we're every bit of the problem. Because we're absent of the solving. We might as well take the gun and pull the triggers ourselves. In actuality, we do every time we remain silent.
Click, pow, parachute shout. Every time you allow your child to not home on the couch, by her Nikes and Ralph Lauren's on the support card reads D's and F's. Every time you don't make her change her clothes before she goes to school looking like she's a Playboy advertisement. Click, pow.
Teacher shoots child. Every time you look at a child sleeping, or sitting at desk with book closed, suspend student without considering any other solution, knowing that home is probably the last place they need to be.
Click, pow, neighbor shoots child. Every time you see child in the backyard getting higher, skipping school when their parents leave for work, every time you fix your lips to say, it ain't none of my business.
Click, pow, we all shoot child. Every time we boy read the heroes of our children's adolescence, our children are dying rapidly.
If we don't save our youth today,
We will bury them
tomorrow.
Have mercy today.